our focus and get you the updates that we are picking up. But hours after he was attacked with the Odisha Health Minister Anaba Das on Sunday evening, he succumbed to the bullet injuries. The minister had sustained critical injuries after an assistant sub-inspector of police shot him at point-blank range. Tamal is with us right now. We are told, Tamal, that this mortal remains will be taken for his last rites. The cremation that will be happening shortly. Over to you.
Well, that's right. Currently, we are reporting from the quarter of the late minister, Nabakishore Das, in Bhubaneswar. And of course, the last rites will be performed at his native place. I'll ask my camera person to just come closer to the, the portico of the house. When you come in here, you're greeted by wails of people who because the kind of development which has happened, the family is absolutely heartbroken. They're all they have all kind of still in disbelief as how such an incident can happen. So leaders are coming down. They're all trying to pay their last respect, tribute to the late minister. But then the chief minister would also be coming down. Naveen Patnaik would be coming down shortly, and he too would be paying the last respect here. Thereafter, the slain body will be taken to the party office, the BJP party office. From there, he would be flown down to Jharsuguda for the last rites. At the moment, having spoken to the family members who are absolutely heartbroken, they have not really given out any statement because they're not in a position. It's been the most harrowing times, harrowing hours, last few hours, and they are still yet to come to terms with the loss, the irreparable loss. They do admit that there had been security lapses. They do admit that a police officer who was there on duty had committed such a crime. He was shot at point blank. Now there are reports indicating that the ASI Gopal Das was suffering from some sort of a psychiatric disorder. He was possibly suffering from bipolar disorder. Again, claims made by Gopal Das's family, but that also raises a lot of question as somebody if has a known medical history. How can the person be given a responsibility of security? Leave aside the minister's security of any situation. That's a question which is coming to the fore. Whether his medical report was anything that was needed to ascertain whether he was mentally fit, medically fit to be on duty, and that too in uniform. There are opposition parties, be the BJP and the Congress. They do have raised questions. BJP is saying they don't want to indulge into politics at the moment, but then they're all saying that the crime branch would be probing it, and they want the best of officers to find out if there was any kind of a motive behind this attack, and it was or if somebody not mentally so fit had done this. So yes, the body is now kept here. This is the quarter of Nabakishore Das. Chief Minister Mr. Naveen Patnaik would be coming down shortly. He too would be paying his last respect here. The body would then be taken to the BJP party office. As you see, the arrangements have now been made. The Chief Minister would be coming down any moment. Police have taken their position, and the security deployment has already happened. So the Chief Minister would be coming down very shortly, and then he would be meeting the family. He did go to the hospital yesterday. He did meet with the family yesterday, but then he is coming down here once again to be by the family, to be by the bereaved family, to of course give a sense of assurance to BJP as a political party and the workers. This is a very shocking development, but then they all need to stand stronger. Possibly that's the message he would want to give. And Naveen Patnaik has already commissioned a high-profile inquiry into it. Crime branch has been given the responsibility to probe whether it was just just an act of a weak mind who fired bullets at the minister. There are several questions. Did he fire from his service revolver? If yes, then it becomes even bigger a concern. So yes, there are a couple of questions which we believe some ministers are now taking ministers are coming and the security taking position. But then, as I said, Amita, there are a lot of questions. It's just not an act of murder. It's just not an act of crime. Nobody is ruling out. I have spoken to so many BJP leaders. nobody is ruling out the possibility of a motive behind it, a conspiracy behind it. So at the moment it is subject to investigation, and as you see, the bandobast is now taking place because the Chief Minister is arriving here any moment, and that's why as you see, the leaders have taken position, security people have taken position, family members are inside, they would be coming out. The last rites would be performed at
the Chief Minister to reach there shortly, as we are still getting those pictures of the last rites today that will also be taking place once the mortal remains are shifted to his native place there. Tamal, will come back to you. Thanks very much at the moment for joining in. Let's move on.